Yo, what is good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? Guys, this week's episode of our favorite spirit, our seven wonder, we actually get some really good information as to where stuff is going to go within the school, which I wanted to know more of, so it was nice to actually have like full blown confirmation of just what we should expect throughout the rest of like the encounters and whatnot. Just seeing this week's monster was a good indicator on why things in this show already feel like fresh. They already feel pretty much like things are either going to go one way and can still take some weird turns here and there, but to be fair, there was some pretty straightforward stuff as well. So it's not all that, oh man, I did not see that coming all the time, but I really did enjoy their inclusion of another character, which, uh, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know he was going to be like a main character until I saw one of the cover arts or one of like the visual things that Funimation had put out and shown, which just showed another guy with like blonde hair and or something along those lines. I was like, what? I was like, I wonder when this guy's gonna show up. Little did I know it was the next episode. And we get this apparition that pretty much because of the school and because of how people were talking around the school, um, they became these stealing and little bunnies that can shapeshift if there's a lot of them. They turn to becoming what the rumors say they are. So instead of doing the thing that they always do and they've been doing for however long, whenever time periods come of people saying certain rumors or adding certain things to their name, they change to it. That's kind of their, um, I guess, way of saying that whenever they're in a situation when things are kind of just coming to a head, that's what really happens to their overall personality. It gets changed thanks to the environment that they're in, and because of that, it just leads to problems. Not only did they not kill people, they never actually like killed, but because the rumors started to say that, they actually just were going to do it, and that's the weird part about it is why was that rumor like included all this time if it's never been something, when did it? Like who made it become that? And the other thing that's kind of funny about this whole like week's episode is, or not week's episode, is that first half of just figuring out who was stealing stuff, who was causing all this mayhem and going through lockers and all this stuff. Once it's handled and our main character, our main ghost guy, Seven Wonder, the goat, shows up and slaps it with barely any effort and disperses them to show like how they actually are. He gives us the information of what he really wants to do and how he wants to conduct things, and he wants the humans and the yokais to be able to exist at the same time. But if one crosses the other, like crosses the line, then he's probably going to, make a stand. He's going to make himself known to whoever is crossing said line, that you have to deal with him now, right? So I like that aspect. I like where that could be going as a whole, because right after all that's handled, and she changes the rumor for these guys, and if you have these types of candy, they'll come up to you and they won't even like be mean to you and stuff like that. So now the rumor's been changed for them, but the same exact episode, this dude comes in and he's an exorcist, so of course he has some level of paranormal detection, right? Like he can just feel and see these ghosts that she couldn't even do unless she did what she did, which pretty much made her capable of seeing him, but she still couldn't physically touch him until they actually did the whole thing where they swallowed the gill or whatever. But this man can touch him. He can hit him because he has stuff that interferes with Ghost and can damage them. So it goes from this guy being goofy and like very, very strong-willed and just talking himself up over and over, and our two characters on top of a rooftops kind of just figuring out that they are friends and that they are going to stick together and whatnot. To have him show up, change the whole, like feeling of everything, and then after changing this feel of just like what's going on, he pretty much gets into a big anime showdown fight with them where our character is so bored of probably not being seen and stuff that this is very welcoming to him because not only does he go and play his role that he needs to play for this guy to, feel like the hero who's coming up and saving the day. He plays that role for him to feel better about it, and then not knowing that this man is, he has all of these abilities and stuff to pretty much hurt the ghost, but he takes it like a champ and just keeps pushing on, right? Like he's like, "Oh, that's all we're doing. Like that's all you have." And he grabs the staff that's already hurt him once and grabs it again knowing that he can pretty much disperse the exorcist's power away from actually damaging him. So that was very, very weird. Just to see how he handles things was a cool change, but at the same time, uh, just him taking on the role and acting like he's the bad guy and stuff like that was hilarious to me because this man does not have a cape, but all of a sudden he pulls out a cape. He's like, I will play the role of the villain. So I don't know. I enjoy that type of stuff. Hold on one second. And overall, I kind of just look forward to seeing if it's possible for this show to keep the same energy, and keep going the way it is because as of now, I don't see any negative things I can point out besides just some characters not feeling as important as others, but that hopefully will change. But with all that being said, take care and peace.